Good morning. Just having my coffee. Joe and I and Logan came up last night, and we're gonna be doing a little bit of work today. So if you remember the last time when we had my brother-in-law come up with his tractor and we were clearing out this area, well, Joe and I were mainly on working with the chainsaws to cut down the bigger stuff that the tractor couldn't run over. So we lost quite a bit of time instead of just get on the tractor and drive over everything. Well, we had to stop, clear, cut, move, everything. So what we're doing today is we're spending half the morning with chainsaws, just kind of going through this stuff, and we're gonna take down everything that the tractor will not take out. So like all this small brush here, that stuff the tractor is going to do just fine. But then you got that tree right there in the middle. Let's see if you can, better view like here. So we're going to grab the chainsaw, we're going to cut that out. Then there's another tree behind that that's about the same size. So we're going to take that one down. We'll probably take that little one right there. But yeah, we're just going to kind of eye it up and see what we can take down and see what we can't. But the whole point is to just go through, get everything that the tractor won't take down, and then we will take it down and then just make another brush pile. So there are some bugs. They're not horrible, but there are some. So, but we're gonna spend the first half of the day doing that, and then we're not gonna use the tractor for anything. The other part is we're gonna do this section here as well. So if we can get most of this cleared out, that'd be perfect, but we'll see. All right, the next part of the day is we're just gonna do nothing but mill boards. So that way we can kind of get on to the next phase of the cabin build. I want to get a bunch of 2x4s milled, so that way once we do start actually building, I don't have to stop to cut, just to get some more 2x4s. So that's the plan. If I can get, say another 12 2x4s, I think I'll be happy with that, at least for this weekend. But that way I can at least get the walls built once I get that secondary subfloor done. But the sun is just starting to come up. We're gonna go have some breakfast. I'm gonna get my coffee. There we go. Logan's on his swing, and we'll see how much we get done. Okay, I'll see you later this afternoon. So it's about 9:30. Been working for a little while now, but all we're doing is we're just cutting down these bigger trees, so that way eventually we can come in here and clear cut that. But this is what you call prep work, because the stuff that we're taking down cannot be ran over with the brush hog. So ideally we want to go to all the way where the shooting area is. So it's about 50 to 75 feet from where the fishing area, open area was. So little by little, tree by tree, but it'll look good once it's all done. All right, just about 12 o'clock. We're taking our lunch break. Again, the video doesn't do it justice, but as you can see, we got a crap ton of trees cut down. And we're not going to do it today because the whole point was to spend half the day clearing this stuff, and then the other half we're going to be milling boards, so that way we can keep on going with the cabin build. But what we took out was a bunch of the stuff that obviously the brush hog can't get, but then we're taking out all those ash trees that are in here. We're leaving the maples. Pretty much those trees right there Those are all ash as well, which at some point they're probably going to get sick and die anyway, so we're just going to take them out now, and we're just going to use it as firewood. But we cleared out quite a bit. Probably about the same amount that we cleared out before. But now we're gonna obviously have to do cleanup, but that'll be next trip. So next trip, we're gonna let this stuff sit here for now. And the next time that we come up, we're gonna do the cleanup. So that way when I do my next video, you'll be able to tell the difference. But right now you just have all these sticks and everything from the branches, and so you can't really tell, but once we clean all this area up and put it in brush piles, it's gonna look really nice. It's October. That today's high is gonna be 84 degrees, so that's the other reason why we elected to do the chainsaw work this morning. So that way when the sun's up high, like what it is now, well now it's not beating on us, and it was like 70 degrees this morning compared to where now it's almost 80, and it's just hot for this time of year. We're supposed to be in the 50s this time of year. So on Monday night, we have a front that's going to be pushing down, and we will be back down to the seasonal temperatures. But so in 2-3 weeks when we come back up, it'll be more enjoyable, and then we're going to be able to also then clear this area up, and then we'll bring the tractor down here and you'll be able to see the before and after as well. So all right, we're making some brats, and then we're gonna switch over to doing some lumber mill work. River is down again, but we haven't had much rain up here, so. Well, it is now 5 o'clock. It has been a very interesting day, so we got quite a bit of work done. I know the sun's kind of glaring. Try to go at it from this side. You can see we got some more trees down. And then we had some problems. So Grandpa saw needs a new air filter and a new spark plug. It just wasn't working the greatest, so we're gonna have to bring that home. We'll get that taken care of, make sure that it's working. The second problem that we came across was the Bobcat is now leaking hydraulic fluid. I will show you that here in a second. Okay, so it's kind of hard to tell from here, but you can definitely tell we've got hydraulic fluid in there. Looks like one of the hoses has a pinhole in it, and again, this is just kind of maintenance stuff, but you know, lines do go out. So what we did is we just kind of parked it here, so that way if we do leak more, the downside is with the hydraulic leak is that this whole thing is driven by hydraulic fluid. So the drivetrain, everything, the bucket, everything. So if I don't fix that line, well then we're gonna drive it, or you know, it's gonna go dry, and then we have a bigger problem because now we have more things that we have to fix. So figured we park it here so that way if we do need to tow it up on a trailer later and bring it home, well then we can do that. So not fun, but again, it's maintenance stuff. You know, lines do wear out again, and this thing's probably, I think it's built pretty close to the same year that I was born, and they just go out. So, and then I will show you the last problem that we ran into today. All right, so the last problem that we ran into is, I don't know what is going on. I'm gonna have to contact the company, but I cannot get a square board. All my bunks are level. I've brought the level back out here. I triple checked everything, but I cannot get a square board. So every time I turn it, it's kind of doing like a rifle barrel when you think about it, where it just twists. And no matter what I do, I cannot get a square board. So I elected to just stop because I don't want to waste this giant log. And I'm pretty sure I know what the problem is. I just don't know how to fix it. So the problem that we're running into is the tracking. It's either the tracking, which is taken care of there, or it's the bushings, these plastic pieces, where the lumber mill is kind of doing that left and right. And I know it's a known issue, but it's one of those things where I haven't had a problem with it yet, so I don't know how to fix it. So I'm just going to contact Woodland Mills because their customer service is actually really good. Like, you call them, you email them, you send them pictures to kind of show what you're dealing with. These guys know exactly what they're talking with. So that's another reason why I'm very, very happy that I went with this compared to a different one. But yeah, every time I turned it, I was like, what's going on here? I'm like, no, I just made this perfect level cut and it's not working. So, you know, we started this morning at 9 o'clock. It's now 5 o'clock. We're tired, and I'm just sick and tired of battling this. Oh, and then top it off, I also broke another freaking blade. So there goes 25 bucks. So now, the good news is that I still obviously have more blades, but now I'm broken 2, 1 is shot, so I still have 1 more, plus another full pack of 5, so. No, we're gonna just kind of relax the rest of the nights. If you were wondering what I'm going to be doing for moving logs going forward, well, we do have Joe's tractor, which has the PTO hydraulic lift in the back. So we're just going to have to use the tractor for dragging logs over, and then we can move them by hand. But that's a problem for another day. I've had 3 problems, and I'm not going to deal with it anymore. So, but yeah, 5 o'clock, I'm going to start the coals. We're going to do some steaks, some beans, and then figure out something else. So I'm gonna start a fire here in a couple minutes, or now.